Good morning again. Good morning, Vicky, and good morning to the MyTarot.org morning reflection, daily inventory. What else do we want to call it? Anything else you would like to call it? So, I hope everybody. I hope everybody slept well. Or if they are been up for a while, I hope your day is going good, amazingly well. But now it's our chance to remember to take that extra, I'm allergic to tarot, hold on. That's that in between. Goodness gracious. It's that in between sneeze. Good morning, Holly. Oh my goodness. Where'd that come from? Wow. So, oh man, with all that's going on in the world right now, it's time to realize there's one thing we can control right now, and that's everything that's within our own hula hoop. So, and what's our hula hoop? Well, that's, in case we have people from some part of the world that has no clue what a hula hoop is, and that's a shock. You should look it up, because they're very silly things. But we have this little ring that's about this big, and we can only control everything inside that ring. It reminds me, my ex-wife, love her to death, wonderful person. But when she drove, she would be an angry driver. She would be yelling at people when we're driving. She would be cussing. I mean, I loved her to death. We got, the divorce was a good thing. But she was funny that way. She just was, she had that hot temper. And I made a deal with her. I said that she can yell at anybody she wants as long as they're within that hula hoop. Otherwise, when we're in the car, that's the only person. So that was the deal we had. She could cuss, yell, and scream as much as she wanted, as long as it was at whoever was in her world and in that space that she owned and dominated inside that hula hoop. So, enjoy Tarot Tuesday last night, especially when you mentioned your future. I know, I need to, I really, 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 really need to get on that. So, I've got a lot of stuff written. Because if you haven't noticed, I just like talking. But I am so lazy. My goodness. So anyway, we're not here to hear me talk this time. We're here to do a morning meditation. A reminder to take a breath. Yeah, you were missed, Vicky. We dedicated about a good 20 minutes talking about Vicky. It was all very interesting, but I cut it out of the final edit. Good morning, Maureen. Okay. So this is our chance to remember to put our feet flat on the floor and our butt do the kitty dance. Get comfortable in our seats wherever we are. Relaxing our shoulders, because that's our stress-o-meter, where our shoulders are. Relax our neck. And just remember to take a breath, because Jamies like to talk a lot, so they need that light switch. They need a light switch, something like the sounds of the card that's going to remind him that he needs to just slow things down and maybe connect a little bit with the universe. Reach for those threads. So, okay. So let's see what the universe does have for us today. So I am going to make our 3 stacks. Oh man, boycotting the States. I have a client who lives. We have Canadian clients, and oh boy, man. At least I think when if we decide to emigrate, I think I can show that I have a job. So, Vicky, I'm boycotting the States too. You were traveling in the Florida Keys. Oh man. So we are all in tune with what's going on. And it's kind of why it's even more important now to be able to just take a moment for me, take that breath. And we have our 3 stacks here. Each one's like a different thread going out to the universe, like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because these cards are going to lead down one conversation. These will lead down a different path, and this one a totally different path. And today, let's go for the heart. Let's go for what's right at the center, because I think we're all feeling it. But the main thing is that we need to find the positive. And as a student of history, you know the old saying, may you live in interesting times. Well, we do what we do, right? So, all we can do sometimes is be the positive that the world needs to see. Sometimes we are that positive. So I'll flip each card over one at a time like it's the pages of a book. Yeah, we need to just make things in our hula hoop okay and then spread that out. Like the Queen of Wands. So queens, that's our mother instinct. Again, not male or female. It's masculine and feminine energy. And this is that energy that spreads out, that takes care of things, takes things on. I mean, I'm not always saying, all cards have good, all cards have bad. But sometimes, and we'll see what she's looking at. But she is the water element, and wands are the fire element. So you mix those together and you get action, you get excitement, you get passion. This is a card of passion. So let's see what she's looking at, though. That's the interesting thing. She's looking at the King of Swords. So, kings, that is our inner selves when we decide we need to make sure that the bills are paid. That's the priority. The queen's going to say, let's make sure the kids are fed. The king's going to be like, okay, make sure the kids have just enough. We're going to take care of all the other stuff. But kings are the ones that are going to try and use the intellect, try and make sure things get done. And it's the King of Swords. Swords are the element of air. Kings are the element of air. Swords are the element of air. Swords are thoughts, ideas, and anxieties. But with the 2 court cards, sometimes court cards can be us or somebody else. Sometimes they could be us, somebody else. Sometimes they're a reflection of our own personalities. Sometimes they're just part of a situation. But a lot of times when I see multiple court cards, sometimes it's like a conflict of our personalities. Here's a conflict between passion and intellect. Or it's a discussion, because we're going to see what the rest of the cards are. But generally, I start to see this conflict. Let's see what the next card is then. Okay, it's the 10 of Cups. So, we have these 2 court cards. And again, this could be us in our relationship. One of us could be, like, I would say if this was about a relationship, I am the Queen of Wands, because I am this very fiery, passionate kind of, person who's constantly doing stuff, wants to be creative and things like that. But my significant other, Mina, she's definitely not the King of Swords, because she's also very Queen of Wands. So I think this might be, though, uh, I think that I see this conflict, though, between, what we want to do and what what we should do, because that's that logic, and trying to find a balance. But let's see what the advice card is, and then we'll know the full story. Oh, man. See what I talk about with conflict? Okay, so here we are with the wands again. Wands, fire, energy, action, creativity. And fives. Oh, I got my new camera. Look at this. Oh, I could show that way. You want to see my new camera? Look at what happens when I do this with my new. Look at what happens when I do this with my new camera. Look at that focus. Do you see that focus there? But look at that five of wands. See how they're all kind of like staring at each other. They're like having this big discussion. The wands are not touching each other. They're just kind of waving them around. So with the five of wands, how I often describe the five of wands is Thanksgiving at the relative's house. So you know how you sit around a Thanksgiving table in Southern Maryland, at least, and you have your discussions, and generally it's the person who has the loudest voice wins. So this is just one of those things where it's about a bunch of posturing, but it's five. It's about that conflict that's going on, and with these two personalities of intellect and passion, sometimes they will come together. This could be, again, in your correspondence, in your reflection, it could be two people. For me, this is my internal. I have a job, and it deals with software. I have to have things done. I need to get things done in my house, all these things like this. But I will tell you what, I would rather sit here and tweak my camera, and I would rather play guitar and do all that stuff. And ultimately, if we can come to a conclusion, this is where we stop, we breathe, and we find a balance. Because yes, I want to play guitar. Yes, I want to do if we deny our Queen of Wands, then we're going to devolve into the Five of Wands, because we are not listening to the Queen of Wands. But if we ignore the King of Swords, if we ignore that intellect part, that part that says we have to go to work, that part that says we need to do these important things, if we ignore that, we devolve into the Five of Wands. So this is about two entities, masculine, feminine energies that are coming together and that are realizing that individually, when each one individually is trying to take control, this is what happens. But when our passions and when our intellects can come together, then we can find, even in this world, even the way things are going, we can find that joy. We can share it with people, just like the people that are on this channel right now. We're all sharing the 10 of Cups together. It's about coming together. It's about not too much of the passions, not too much, but denying, our intellect, our need to get our work, our jobs, to do the stuff that's boring. So, today it's about finding a balance between our passions and our intellect. And Vicky, what did I get? I have a Sony ZV 10 ZV-10E. It's a vlogging camera, but I decided that I just needed to get something that's going to be nicer, and because Because when I'm trying to show cards, when I'm trying to do other stuff and things like that, the focus was so bad on my. And I mean, my Panasonic. It's not that the focus is bad. It's got a really, really, really great picture. As long as I don't do this. And my other camera, which is a Lumix, is a really. It's pretty much a professional camera, but I'm not a photographer, so I set it. I walk away. I forget all my settings. I forget all the ISO and stuff like that. And this Sony camera is much easier, much more automated, takes great pictures, does great videos, but I don't have to remember how to become a professional photographer. So, I can see details even without my glasses. I need to put makeup on. So that, oh, and I tell you what, the other reason for getting this, and now I'm just rambling, but like tonight I'm going to take it to Soul Aura. I want to do more stuff. I want to do more videos. So I'm going to go introduce Soul Aura. I am going to try editing videos more, because I really love doing this tarot stuff, and I really love talking to people. So I'm all for looking for suggestions on things that people would like to see, and that would be awesome. So with that, though, I will see everybody again tomorrow, and don't forget there is that Tarot Tuesday coming up, and I will try and have something interesting planned for that, and looking for ideas for that. And all that wonderful stuff. And if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe, because I have over 650 subscribers. I now have well over 600 videos. This is exciting for me. I love this stuff. So with that, take care. I will see you tomorrow, and just have that amazing day. Thanks again.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around, the stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around, the story